Hi, it's Steph. Thanks for clicking. This is my 6th update for Clue's Special Panning Edition. I created this Pantastic Ladies project, and this is our 2nd year playing. We are trying to solve the murder of Mr. Body. There's a list of suspects, weapons, and rooms. Each month you work on 3 prompts from each list. Once you meet your goal, that can be put into a 3-part guess: 1 suspect, 1 weapon, and 1 room. And assuming that you're incorrect, one of those will be eliminated, thereby getting you closer to solving the mystery. We did have 2 winners in October, and so far in December we have 2 more. Trisha and Slow Panning, they're both on Instagram, and both of their Instagram names are going to be on the screen so you can find them. They have both won. I am filming this on December 5th, so it is possible that there could be more people who get it right between now and when this actually goes up. We'll see, I'll add them if there are. I, however, am not that close to finishing, at least I don't think so. But I do have more evidence than I did before, so I'm going to go ahead and start on my list and I'll catch you up to what's going on. The first suspect I was looking into was Colonel Mustard. He's something yellow, and I picked this electric slide eyeshadow and brush stick from Lime Crime. It's in the shade Mega and it is yellow. The dice told me that I needed to use this 4 times. At the last update I had 3 of them. I did use it the last time, so I have met my goal now, so Colonel Mustard can be guessed. I really like this product. I never hear about these, but I think it's awesome, and I would consider buying other shades in the future, but for right now, I have this one, and I'm really happy about it. My next suspect was Mrs. Peacock. She's something blue. I picked this Ardencean Monster Manuka Honey Enriched Pigment in the shade Peacock, and I had a goal of using this 10 times. The dice were kind of mean. I've only used it once, so I'm not even close, but I do have 1 use. It is pretty. It's also kind of dark, so it is a little bit difficult to use. I wish it were a bit lighter and then it would be easier, but I will go ahead and get my other 9 uses. I'm not entirely sure when. And my third suspect is Mrs. White. She is something white. I picked the Au Naturel Cream Shadow in the shade White Quartz. It's a shimmery white cream shadow. I had a goal to use this 8 times. So far I've used it 3 times, so I'm not there yet. I do like this product, especially with colorful eyeshadows. It makes them pop more, but I'm going to have to do that a little bit more if I want to be able to guess Mrs. White. Now we're on to the weapons, and my first one was the wrench. That's something broken, and since it is broken, you're just going to see a photo on the screen. That is my eyeshadow in the shade Quartz from Lorac. I had a goal to use that 6 times. At the last update, I had none of those uses, but I did use it all 6 times. So that is a goal met for the wrench. I do really like this shade, and it's kind of interesting because it looked different this time. So since it was broken, the last time I used it, I was using the broken pieces in the palette, and I don't know if it's because it was a bit heavier handed doing it that way, but it looked orangey previously, but it was more neutral whenever I was wearing it the last few times. So I'm okay with that. It's really pretty, it's sparkly, it's very wearable, and I'm happy to have it in my collection. My second weapon was the lead pipe, and that's something in tube packaging. That's kind of open to your interpretation as what that means, but I picked this NYX glitter primer, and so I had a goal of using this 11 times. At the last update I had 10 of those uses. I did get the last one, so I have met my goal on the lead pipe. I do really like this. I'd probably repurchase it when it someday disappears. I got an air bubble out of there, so I have less of this than I thought, but it'll still last me a long time, and I'll probably keep using it anyway. So I have a goal met for the lead pipe as well. My last weapon was the candlestick, and that is something that is lackluster. I picked this Well People lip gloss in the shade Afterglow. It's kind of discolored because I've worn it over lipsticks. I had a goal to use this 11 times as well. I've used it 4 times so far. So I am working on it. It is difficult to get product out of there because, as you can see, there's a lot of windowing. I don't want to take the stopper out quite yet because I'm going to be moving soon, and so I don't really want to have this be all messy when it's not going to be staying in one place, but I have several uses to go on this. I like it well enough to use it. I wouldn't repurchase it, but it's still in the project. And then we get to talk about the rooms. The first one I was using was the kitchen. That's a Franken product. This is my Franken lotion. I was moving a couple years ago, and I had a bunch of like partially full lotion bottles that I just mixed in together to consolidate them. It's mostly a unscented lotion from the dollar store, and so that's mostly what it is. There's a couple of other things in there. It doesn't really have its own scent. I had a goal to use it 10 times. I've used it 4 times so far, so I have some progress. It's still in here. I don't use lotion all that often. I really just put lotion on my legs after I shave them, so that's really about once a week is how I'm using this. and so it's still in the project. My second room was the lounge, and that's a home spa day product. I picked this Wish exfoliating foot mask. I don't like it. I'm hate panning it, but I'm not going to let it win. And so I have a goal to use this 6 times. I've used it 4 times, so 2 uses to go. It is getting low. This is feeling pretty light. I don't think 2 more uses will finish it, but it might. So this is still in the project. I'm still working on the lounge. Last was the haul, and that's a product that feels like an extra step. Color correctors are kind of an extra step. I don't always do it. This is the LA Girl Pro Conceal HD High Definition Concealer. It's orange. I have a goal to use this 6 times according to the dice. I've used it 4 times. So I still have 2 uses to go. It works. I do think of it as an extra step, so I don't use it all the time. But 2 more uses, I can manage that by next month, I'm sure. And this is still in the project. To recap, I'd hit my goal on Colonel Mustard, 1 suspect, 2 weapons, the wrench and the lead pipe, and no rooms. However, at the last update, I did meet my goal in the dining room, but I couldn't use it in a guess because I didn't have a suspect or a weapon to go with it. So I am able to make a guess this month. So I asked Taru, she's holding my solution secret for me, if it could have been Colonel Mustard with the lead pipe in the dining room. And Taru told me that the murder did not occur in the dining room, so that can be eliminated from my list. Armed with that information, I chose my prompts and products for the next month. And so since I am still working on Mrs. Peacock and Mrs. White, I can bring in 1 suspect, and I decided to pick Professor Plum. He's something purple, and I've used this before. It's a purple lip crayon. I don't know what brand it is, but I do know that it's drugstore. And I'm going to use this 3 times because that's what the dice told me to do. I should have that done by next month, and I should be able to guess Professor Plum then. For the weapons, I am still working on the candlestick, so I can bring in 2 of those. The first one is going to be the rope, and that's a multi-purpose product. This is the Laka & Co. Cheeky Lip Crayon in the shade Humble Brag. It's meant to be a lip and cheek product. I mostly just use it on my lips. And so I rolled the dice, and they told me to use this 5 times. So 5 uses on this lip product. And for my second weapon, I decided to just bring the lead pipe right back. And that is still a product in tube packaging, and I am still going to use my NYX glitter primer. I rolled the dice, and this time it's going to be a 9 use goal. I think I can do that in 1 month, so I might have a goal met on this too. I am still working on the kitchen, the lounge, and the hall, so I am not going to be rolling in any new rooms this time. I'm going to go ahead and put my notepad up on the screen so you can see what I have eliminated so far. I still have a lot of possible suspects, but I'm narrowing down the weapons and the rooms, and we'll see how far I get. Last year, I was able to win in January. I don't think that's going to happen this time. I think it's going to take me a little bit longer. I haven't been making progress as quickly. I'm okay with that. I'm enjoying the ride anyway. Good luck with your investigations, and I will see you next month. Bye.